Hello everyone, it is Zero Witzer here. I've been playing POE2 Early Access on controller since day one, and here are some tips I like to share with you. There will be timestamps in this video, so feel free to skip to any sections you desire. I'm playing on PC with a PS4 controller, so I'm hoping the controls won't be too far off if you're playing on a PlayStation or Xbox. I'll also show you what the buttons are on PS4 and Xbox controllers so you don't miss out. Alright, now let's get started. So you do have two radial menus. Your first one can be accessed by holding down the options button on your PS4 controller or the menu button on your Xbox controller. Here, you'll see the escape menu, friends, party, guild, open chat, options, and microtransaction shop. You can also access some of these features by pressing down the options button on your PS4 controller or the menu button on your Xbox controller. Your second radial menu can be accessed by holding down the touchpad on your PS4 controller or the view button on your Xbox controller. Here you'll see inventory, cosmetics, skills, atlas, bind screen, character, passives, and quests. You can also access all of these features by pressing the touchpad on your PS4 controller or the view button on your Xbox controller. So on the top bar, I have character, passives, skills, inventory, quests, atlas, and cosmetics. Let me show you how I use the second radial menu to access my bind screen. First, I hold down the touchpad on my PS4 controller. That will be a view button on your Xbox controller. Use L3 and direct the arrow towards your desired feature. In this case, I want the bind screen. To select, you simply let go either your touchpad or your view button. To cancel, please let go of L3. Alright, now you have seen the bind screen. Let me show you two ways to access your bind screen. The first way was described earlier, but I will explain it again for those who use the timestamps. So first, you access your bind screen by holding down your touchpad on your PS4 controller or the view button on your Xbox controller. Use L3 and direct your arrow towards the bind screen feature. Release your touchpad or the view button to select. The second way, press your touchpad on your PS4 controller or the view button on your Xbox controller. Go to your skills tab. Go to any of your skills and press square for PS4 or X for Xbox for set skill bind. Press O for PS4 or B for Xbox to cancel, so you have a fresh start. I recommend that you do the first way and access your skill bind through radial menu. That way, you don't have to select a skill from your skills tab and cancel an action to access your skill bind feature. To add a skill or an interaction, go to an empty slot and press X or square for PS4. Both are the same. For Xbox, that is X or A. In this case, I will press X to select my desired skill or action. You can bind any skills you want and any interaction you desire. To replace, go to the slot you want to replace and press square for PS4 or X for Xbox. Go to your desired skill or interaction and press X again for PS4 or A for Xbox. To remove, press triangle for PS4 or Y for Xbox. If you want to move some of these skills or interaction, press X for PS4 or A for Xbox. Okay, let me show you how you can interact with the expedition event without having to resort to mouse and keyboard. First, open up your bind screen using the Radial Menu. Hold down your touchpad on your PS4 or view button on your Xbox controller. Use L3 and direct the arrow to bind screen. Let go of touchpad or view button to select. Go to an empty slot, or if you want to replace an old slot, it's up to you. For me, I will select this empty slot. This was previously contextual button 1, as you can see. This is 1, 2, 3. It registered when I got up to an expedition earlier. But right now, I have it set already. So all you have to do is just place your contextual button 1. And it would automatically register as a button for expedition. And here it is. Says L2 plus triangle. Once you press it, you can let go of the buttons. You do not actually need to hold them. Now press X to place the explosive. Press O to cancel. Since my interact button is L1, all I have to do is press L1 when I get close to the detonator. And there it is. This is how you complete an expedition encounter as a controller user. Right now, I have a debuff going on and I want to know what it is because I don't remember things 5 minutes ago. So on a controller, what you want to do is you want to press the options button on your PS4 controller or your menu button on your Xbox controller. And here you want to press R3, your right joystick, and use your L3 to navigate. I know that I have a minor affliction. I take 155 physical damage on room completion. If you want to know how much XP you have right now, because it's a little bit hard to tell based on the bar below, so for controllers, just simply hold your R3, both PS4 and Xbox controller. And tada, so currently I have 30%. How do you see multiple items in chat? What you want to do is open up a chat box, use the L3 to highlight, and then use your D-pads, your left and your right D-pads. We're starting on the Chilling Sapphire, the Blight Guardian Expert Feather Tiara, and you can work your way down. I'm going to show you how you can link your item in the chat box for your friend to see. So if they're in your party, that makes it easier. If they're not, I'll show you the other way as well. So first, you want to hit your options button on your PS4 controller or your menu button on your Xbox controller. Then you want to use your L3 to go to the avatar and hit whisper. So once you have them in your chat box, you want to go to your inventory and say that I want to link this. So press L2 to toggle chat. Now you have the chat box open. And here you should have a prompt to link the item to chat. Alright, that will be hold square for PS4 controller or hold X for Xbox controller. Now you can see that little icon in the chat box. Hold L2 and it will select the chat box. Now press X to edit the message. And then press X to send again. And there you go. This is how you link items in chat. If your friend isn't in the party and you want to show the items anyway, what you want to do is go to your social menu and then whisper. So you have the name in your whisper chat box. And once that's done, open up your inventory and everything is practically the same. So L2 to toggle chat, hold square to link the item in chat, and then hold L2 again so you can select the chat box and hit X and X again. And there we go. I will show you how to invite buyers as a controller user. Right now I do have a buyer. So what you want to do is you want to go to your bind screen, And then make sure you have the open chat button set to it. So I've bound mine to L2R1. I'm going to open it up and use your L3 to navigate and press X. And then I will invite this person to party. Now we have the buyer in our hideout. What you want to do is you want to press the options button on your PS4 or your view button on your controller and use the L3 to highlight its avatar and press X. Here you do have the options to trade, or you could also open your chat, press X, and you do have the trade option as well. How do you inspect items as a controller user? So there are two ways of doing this. The first way is to hold down your L3 button. You can see the implicit, the prefix, the suffix, and the tiers. If you let go, you don't see it anymore. The second way of doing this is to hit the R3 to compare, and then the L3 to toggle advanced info. I like this option better because I do not need to hold down my L3 button. When moving things, make sure you utilize your left and right joysticks, okay? The left joysticks will actually move things a little slower. Your right joystick would actually move things faster. So let me demonstrate. For both to work, you need to press X to pick it up. Alright? So left joystick would actually move things by one grid, and right joystick would actually bring you to the corners. Say you have some really good items and you want to start trading and you want to earn some moolah. How do you do it? Okay, there are two ways. The first way is easy, but it involves you going to a microtransaction shop. The second way is a little harder, but I'll describe it in a bit. So first, you want to go to the microtransaction shop and you want to go to shop tab and look at the stash tab. Either you upgrade your current stash tab to premium stash tab, or you buy an entire premium stash tab on its own. So make sure you check the shop from time to time because they do have sale, and the sales are actually pretty good. So the other way, it's a little bit harder. You want to open up your chat box and go to toggle chat groups and open up trade. You can link your items in chat and you just wait for a buyer to message you. I want to set this to 1 divine orb. So first I will hit square. That will be X for Xbox controller. And here you can either choose negotiable price or exact price. Set your amount. So left and right on the directional D-pad would increase or decrease by 1. Up and down directional pad would actually increase it or decrease it by 10. Now, I want to do this 1 divine, so I will set this to 1. Use my L3 to navigate. You can select your choice of currency. For me, I will be doing a divine orb, and I will hit square to save my changes. That will be your X on your Xbox controller. And once you set your price, this item will show up on the POE2 trading website. Now, how do you set the entire item on this stash tab to a single price? So say you want everything here to be 1 exalted orb. Okay, hit R3 and left D-pad. Here you have to enable public, so everything can be seen on the POE2 trading website. For me, mine was individually priced, but now we want to do exact price on all items. You want to put the amount here. Unfortunately, you do have to use your mouse and keyboard, so hopefully they'll fix this. Want to choose your choice of currency and then hit save. So everything that you've done, all the edits would reflect accurately on your stash tab. Alright guys, if you have ever seen the amount of loot stacked on top of each other like that, no worries, because I just have the right kind of trick just for you. So let's say I want to get the exotic coinage. Right now, my cursor is on Orb of Augmentation. All you have to do is just use R3 or your right joystick downwards, and I can pick up the coinage. Well, what if I want the Chaos Orb? No problem, you can still do the same. Make sure you use your L3 and your R3 to navigate and pick up the stuff that you want. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. If you have any tips for controller, please leave them in the comments down below. And I'll see you next time. Or you can catch me live on Twitch every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 6 p.m. Arizona time.